let's just get into the vlog for Empire of Dreams by Rae Carson. Turning, pages keep turning, those pages, time flies when you've been reading. So I am a little bit over 100 pages into Empire of Dreams by Rae Carson, and things are just starting to get moving. She has just joined the Royal Guard, where she will be doing her training, and I am hoping that the plot's going to move along a little bit quickly now that we're finally there, which is the part that they mentioned in the back of the book. Because so far it's been a little bit slow. It's going back and forth in time between now, which has been the slowest part of the book, and her past, where something exciting but tragic happened to her when she was younger. And those parts are actually a little bit more interesting than the current timeline, but I'm hoping the current timeline is gonna get better now that she is in her training. So I'm a little past page 200 in Empire of Dreams, and apparently there is a traitor somewhere in the Royal Guard, so that makes things a little bit more interesting, since so far it has pretty much just been her training, and of course a lot of the boys are jerks and don't like her because she's a girl and an Inverno, which has something to do with magic. I'm not entirely sure, but or it's a race of people. I'm not entirely sure what an Inverno is. I think it might be a race of people, but a lot of people don't like them. And she also seems to be super strong and have some sort of magical ability, so that might have to do with it as well. But I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, so it's pretty good. It's kind of similar to other books I've read about girls or just somebody being trained in a guard type situation and other recruits being mean to them. So I've seen a lot of that sort of similar stuff before, where they're like secretly attack them and mess with their stuff and all that other stuff. But anyway, I'm so very curious to see where it goes. So I made it to page 300 last night, and I was thinking that a little bit more would have happened by this point. It's still just really focusing on her and her friends and their training. I do really enjoy the characters and the writing, so I am still enjoying the book. And there is this mystery of a traitor in the Rebel Guard, and someone's trying to, I think, poison the prince, but nothing really has happened with that. Like, they haven't found out who it is yet or anything. So I was hoping a little more like action-y stuff would have happened by now, page 300. I mean, I'm nearly done with the book. It's only this much left, and not like all that much has happened plot-wise. But I am still enjoying it, and obviously I'm so close to the end at this point that I'm just gonna see how it ends, regardless of if it's even good or not. So yeah, that's my update so far. I'm hoping for a little more action. Maybe there's going to be like something really exciting near the end that'll like make up for the kind of slowness of the rest of it. But maybe it's just one of those books that is a little more low-key and not as like intense action-packed. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I finished the book. Whew. It was a little slow going there for a little bit. But by the time I realized that it wasn't going to be an action-packed book, I was barely over 100 pages from the end, so thought I might as well finish it. I feel like the main issue that I personally had with this book was that it was all about keeping the prince safe, and we only have a couple scenes with the prince, and while he seemed like a nice enough guy, I wasn't really emotionally attached to him. I was a lot more emotionally attached to Red and her friends, the other trainees. And I got tired of all of the flashbacks to Red's horrible, abusive childhood. Everyone was just so terrible and abusive to her, and it became hard to read, especially since she wasn't even treated all that well in the current timeline. Can't the poor girl get a break? Or a hug, maybe? Oh, and was Shady all along? That was a surprise. He seemed so nice. I did get a little bit annoyed with how he was always talking about how attractive he was, even though no one else confirmed this fact. and I thought it would have been a funny little twist if it turned out he was really unattractive and it was all just a running joke that they had. But no. But despite all my complaining, overall I did enjoy this book. Though it was pretty slow in terms of plot. It primarily focused on her training as a guard recruit, and while there was apparently a traitor somewhere in the Royal Guard who was poisoning people, nothing super exciting happened until like the last 50 pages or so. But I found the writing engaging, and I enjoyed the characters, and I even got a little emotional at the ending. It reminded me a lot of the Protector of the Small series by Tamora Pierce, which was a sequel series to the Alana series. And that one was about this girl who was the first girl to openly train to become a knight. And it had a lot of the same stuff about the boys who generally picked on her and gave her a hard time. I really, really loved those books. But I can't say for sure if they were objectively better books than Empire of Dreams, just because I was like 12, I think, possibly younger when I read them. And they were the first books on that topic that I had ever read, aside from obviously the Alana books before them. If you like books about training and bonding through shared experiences and a little bit of mystery, then this might be exactly the book you're looking for. I ended up rating it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So those are my thoughts on Empire of Dreams.